friends, welcome to another edition of Sam's Everyday Cooking, and today we are making some delicious South African rusk. And this recipe, I am going to do it with my friend Walid. This is his speciality, this is his recipe, and I'm going to introduce you to him. Walid, welcome to Sam's Everyday Cooking, and tell me a little bit about this fantastic rusk that you make.
Well, hello everybody, my name is Walid, and I'm going to be sharing with you today the recipe for making South African rusks. Now, I had never had South African rusks until I traveled to South Africa, and I was introduced to them, and I got hooked on them. And they're quite healthy and quite nutritious. And they're delicious. And very delicious and very good to your digestive tract.
Okay.
Now, the nice thing about rusk is that you can eat them very easily in the morning, especially dipping them with coffee. And I like them even to dip them with my coffee without milk or sugar, and they're quite tasty.
Also with tea, I had them with tea as well. Yes, yes.
And it was delicious, and it's actually quite a filling meal. If you have one or two or three, you'll find that you're completely filled. Yes. So today I'm going to be making around 1 kilo of rusks. And the reason that I do that is that rusks require a long time to be baked in the oven. I have an electric oven, and in order to save on the energy and to make sure it's a more efficient use, I either bake 1 or 2 kilos, because less than that it's quite expensive for people who are running electric ovens. I'm sure people who have gas ovens, it's more economical. And
even so, I think it's better to be prudent about this, right? Bring it in these 2 trays?
Yes, I'm using 2 trays. I'm putting half a kilo here and half a kilo here. Okay. We're using metal trays. They're about 34 by 24 by 3 centimeters. Yeah. And they're metal. And the first thing I need to do is preheat the oven at 180. Okay. So I set my oven at 180 and leave it for a while to make sure it's preheated.
About 15 minutes preheating?
Yes.
Let's go through the ingredients. Now, what do we have here?
Essentials are, we need self-raising flour. Okay. I've tried several types of flours, and I've experimented with even regular flour, and I added baking powder.
So this is better.
But this is better because I realized if you use a lot of baking powder, it becomes too fluffy and it breaks up the rusks when they're dry. Okay. So this makes the rusk more compacted.
All right, then
we need a bit of sugar. I use
brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Okay.
I use brown raisins.
Okay, brown raisins.
I use brown raisins.
Yeah.
And I use as well
the golden raisins.
Golden medium raisins.
Yeah. All right.
What I would recommend is try to pick them small. Don't pick huge raisins. Yeah. Pick smaller size raisins.
Okay.
Then the nice thing about rusk is that we use a lot of seeds.
Seeds, yes.
So I have sunflower seeds.
Yes.
And then
pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin seeds as well.
Yes. Okay.
We use also flax seeds.
Yes. Okay.
We use chia seeds.
Chia.
I use butter, but instead of butter, I'm using this Flora vegetarian seed. It's also vegan, like a vegan replacement butter. Right. Because it's it helps. It's not a saturated fat. Yeah. Health-wise, it's much easier.
So you can use butter if you don't have it, right? All right. Yes. Okay. And then
I'm using like a replacement honey.
Okay, but you can also use agave or honey.
Yes.
What's that then? That's
and then I use oats.
Oats, all right, yeah.
Oats.
And
I use kefir, but this is a replacement for buttermilk.
But you can also use buttermilk, or you can use liquidized yogurt also, right?
No. Buttermilk.
Buttermilk is better. Okay, so you need, because you're making double quantity, you need so much.
Yeah. For each half a kilo, you need 250 grams. Okay. So this is 500 grams, and we need a little bit of salt as well. Okay. And we need some sunflower oil.
Sunflower oil. Oh.
And that's the total ingredients for the recipe.
All right. How much of flour do we need?
So flour, we need a kilo of flour, 1,000 grams.
Because it's double.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're making just 1 tray, then you need 500 grams of flour. Or spoons of salt.
50 teaspoons of salt.
You need to sieve all this, right? Yeah. All right. I've sieved the flour already. That's all done. What we have forgotten is that to mention is we need 4 eggs. So if you're making half the quantity, it's 2 eggs, right? Yes. Now what are we going to do, Walid? We are going to mix the eggs the buttermilk and the oil together, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to add the buttermilk now. So obviously if you're making half the quantity, it's 1 bottle. That's about 250 ml?
Yes.
Alright, 250 ml.
Yes.
So this is double, yes, please, yeah. Shake it well and then add it in. Okay. And then how much of the oil?
And then we need 2/3 cup of oil.
2/3 cup of oil for double quantity?
For double the quantity, yes.
Okay.
This is just a plain sunflower oil.
Okay, so for maybe a little less than half a cup for 1 quantity?
Yes.
Alright, okay. Beat it up together.
Yeah.
Just mix it or really beat it up?
No, just mix it.
Just mix it up, okay. Taking the butter, and how much is that?
250 grams.
250 grams for double portion is what, 125 for single portion. And then Walid is going to take this butter and melt it.
Melt it in the microwave.
Melt it in the microwave. Okay, or you can, it's better in the microwave, or you can also on the heat you can do it if you like. Yeah. What we are doing next is we are adding the melted butter in the eggs, oil and kefir mixture, right? And we are going to stir it. You're not beating it up, you're just stirring it together. Doing all the wet mixing together. Now we are going to go for the dry mixing. Now sugar to the flour, and that is how much?
2 cups of sugar.
2 cups of sugar for double quantity. Yeah. So 1 cup for single quantity.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, alright. We're going to mix everything together. So we have how many cups of...
3 cups of oats.
3 cups of oats. 1/3 cups of sunflower seed. That's for double quantity, obviously. 1/3 cup of pumpkin seed. Okay, we're gonna add in all. Alright. Yeah. Oh wow, that looks like quite a nutritious mixture.
Flax seeds.
Okay, we have flax seeds.
And that we use half a cup.
Half cup of flax seeds.
A little bit of chia seeds.
Chia seeds as well. Okay. About what? Half a cup?
Not even half a cup.
1/4 cup?
1/4.
1/4 cup of chia seeds.
Yeah.
Cup of brown raisins. Okay.
Okay.
2/3 cup of golden raisins.
Small size.
Small size ones, yes. All the dry ingredients are ready over here. As you can see, it's a massive bowl of nuts and raisins and flour and oats, right? And sugar. Okay. So as you can see, we have generously, lined this tins with butter. Because why? Why do we put so much butter?
Because we don't want it to stick.
We don't want it to stick.
Flip the pan
oh,
over.
Yeah. Okay. Or you can also use butter paper in,
yeah,
right?
Because last time I didn't put enough and I got some.
You got stuck. Okay,
yes,
all right. So please be lavish with your buttering of the pan. We forgot about the agave, honey or agave, whatever you have. And how much of that?
Half a cup.
Half a cup. So if you're using half the recipe, then it's about 1/4 of the cup, right? Now Walid is going to mix up all the dry ingredients together very well, so that the flour completely coats the nuts, right? That's the idea, right? Completely coats. So take your time in mixing it all together. It's also very therapeutic, just looking at him do that. Okay.
Have to go
deep inside, all the way down. Walid has been mixing for the last 2 minutes so that it's all properly mixed before we add the wet ingredients, right?
Yes.
And now we are going to...
now we're going to make a little hole in the middle.
Okay.
Make a little hole in the middle.
Yeah.
And start pouring the liquid.
Okay. So he's made like a hole, like a well in the center of the dry ingredients. And he's going to gently pour the wet. Alright. So it's half. You're going to pour half and then mix and then again. Yeah. Alright. And you have to do this with your hands, right? So it mixes well, I guess, right?
Yes.
Now you add the other half of the mixture and again stir it well. It's well together that all the dry ingredients and the wet completely blend together now, right? To really dig your hand deep down to make sure that all the flour and the wet ingredients are mixed very well. I'm going to take it closer so you can see that there is still flour below, and it has to be, right?
Yes, there's always a lot of flour below, right? That's not been mixed properly.
So it has to go, your hand has to go all the way deep down. So as you can see that as he's mixing, there's still some more dry flour below in the bowl, and it has to be thoroughly mixed. Now it's completely mixed well, and now Walid is going to add it to the trays.
So I'm gonna add this to 2 trays. So I'll take about half of it.
Okay. So because it's 2 trays, he's going to pour half into each. Okay. As you can see, it's evenly spread so that the rusks also come out even. So we have 2 trays that are done, almost the same size and very evenly packed. And now we are going to put it to bake. Walid, at what, for how long?
About 45 minutes.
45 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade. You can see you have to put it on the lower rack of the oven, and after about 25 minutes, Walid is going to cover it with the foil so the top doesn't burn. Walid has covered this after 20 minutes and it's almost ready. We are going to remove it now. Okay, our rusks are halfway done, because what's going to happen now is we're going to cut them into the sizes that we would like them to be, and then we are going to put it back in the oven at 60 degrees for a couple of hours, like 5-6 hours?
8 hours.
8 hours. Okay, 8 hours of very slow baking until it completely dries and hardens. Walid is going to cover this with a towel, and he's going to flip the whole thing on the other side. Oh, that looks fantastic. And now we are going to do it exactly the same with the other one as well. Right now, if you touch it, it's like a cake or like a bread, you know, it's still soft. Therefore, this has to be slow baked at 60 degrees for 8 hours for it to harden. Now we are going to slice this before we put them back in the oven. So about, what, an inch slice?
Yeah.
Okay. Cut all these into slices, and now we are going to remove them in a tray, and it's going to be baked again until it's completely dried. So right now it's like almost like a cake.
It's like a cake,
yeah. So probably. Walid has cut up all of these into about a inch size piece, and about what, about 1.5 inches by 1 inch. And you can you know, you don't need a very large tray. You can use the same tray and pile them all up like this, as long as the air circulates around and dries it up, right?
It wouldn't hurt if you take them out after 4 hours and just flip them over.
Flip them over, okay, all right. We have cut up both the trays, and they are going to go back into the oven. Are they covered or they're open?
Open.
Open.
It has to be open all the time.
Open, 60 degrees for 8 hours. On the lower rack. And what do you say, Walid, that you have to turn them around after?
Turn them around after 4 hours, turn them around.
After 4 hours, turn them around one time. Okay. You have to keep the oven a little bit open to release the humidity inside, right?
Yeah.
So because you need them to become dry, completely dry.
And if you have an electric oven, make sure you have the bottom and the top on.
Okay, both of them on.
Yeah, and if you have one of these fans, also put the fan on so the air will circulate to dry them faster.
Okay.
You can feel in here, there's a fan inside.
Yes.
Make sure the fan is on as well.
Okay. So our rusks have been in the oven for now almost about 8 hours, and we're going to get them out, and I'll show you how they look and how they sound. So this is our rusk, which is ready. It's completely dried out now, and they're going to have a cup of coffee and some rusk. Well, it looks like our rusk is ready and you're going to have with some coffee. I also want to hear the sound of the rusk. It's probably very hard now, right? Oh, that's really the nice sound. Okay, and you dip it in your coffee and you have it, right? That looks delicious. Thank you so much for sharing this very secret recipe of yours, and thanks a lot for having me here. Thank you for allowing Sam's Everyday Cooking to video you whilst you're doing it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Friends, our nutty, nutritious, delicious rusks are ready, and okay, it does take long to bake, but it's absolutely worth it. And as you can see, they are absolutely hard now. And they store very well. You can keep them up to 2-3 months in an airtight container. So make it in a big batch and store them. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe, be connected to Sam's Everyday Cooking, and of course, keep well, keep safe. Bye friends.